Hey everybody, it's Brad from Board Game Geek here. We're not doing this as a stream this time, but rather just showing off. We're going to show you some Whispers of the Old Gods cards. Here we have the first card actually, which is Cthulhu. Again, this set, if you haven't heard of it, is a lot like a Cthulhu set or I don't know, just in that vein of things. So we're going to go ahead and open. We've got more than 50 packs to open here, so we're going to check it out and see what we get out of these packs. So I hope you are ready for this. All right. So I actually have not been following this set as closely as some. That's one cool pack animation, I have to be honest with you. T. That's a great first card to get. Thistle Tea. Draw a card, add 2 extra copies of it to your hand. That's kind of cool. Some more draw mechanics. And some stealth, Twisted Worgen, Taunt, Twilight Geomancer, give your Cthulhu, wherever it is, Taunt. So that Cthulhu card that we just got, this set again is built around these large Old God cards, which you will be building up throughout the game. And then give a minion +2/+6, yikes, and combo gain +1/+1. All right, let's open another pack. Sorry you can only hear my voice here, it's just the recording setup we have tonight is only allowing that. Alright, another rare, Demented Frostcaller. After you cast a spell, freeze a random enemy. That can be really strong in a freeze deck, though that 4 cost is pretty high. I don't know how sticky it's going to be at that range. Possessed Villager, summon a 1/1 Shadow Beast, which is pretty cool. That's pretty Faceless Summoner. Summon a random 3 cost minion. Okay. And Usher of Souls. Whenever a friendly minion dies, give your Cthulhu +1/+1. So again, building up that one major card, kind of building your deck around these theme cards. And Mark of Yashar, give a minion +2/+2. If it is a beast, draw a card. Oh, that's fair value, right? All right, I guess we'll have to see what comes out of this, but that looks good to me. Ooh, Shadow Word Horror. Wow. Destroy all minions with 2 or less attack. Does clear the board for you there as a priest. 2 Infested Tarns, which is kind of funny. And Taunt. Death Rattle. Summon a 2/2 slime. Okay, that's pretty great value for 4, actually. Spawn of Nazoth. Give your minions +1/+1. And Cult Apothecary. For each enemy minion, restore 2 health to your hero. So that can be pretty useful late game, especially with a 5 cost. You can play a couple other things after getting that health. Plus you have a body on the board, which is fair. Alright. Sorry guys, it's been a weird day for Hearthstone today. Alright, Steward of Darkshire. Whenever you summon a 1 health minion, give it Divine Shield. And 3/3, it's going to have some staying power that early in the game. South Seas Squidface. Give your weapon +2 attack. And Darkshire Councilman, after you summon a minion, gain +1 attack. And then I believe that is it. Oh no, Cthulhu's Chosen, Divine Shield, Battlecry, give your Cthulhu +2/+2 wherever it is. So again, you can be building this big minion that will just top out and destroy people. Alright, so those of you that are keeping track, the current count of legendaries is 0, so we will keep trying. And it is not letting me opening packs, which is just great. Come on there, friends. There we go. Ooh. So another cool thing about this set is there's a lot of kind of twisted cards. So you've got the Grotesque Dragonhawk, which you'll remember the basic card, which is much more expensive. It's a 5/5 with Wind Fury. We've looked at most of these, except Eldritch Horror is new. Again, as a board game fan, that's a pretty great name for a card. And I know that those guys at Blizzard are pretty big board game fans. And then Rallying Blade, Battlecry, give +1/+1 to your minions with Divine Shield. Alright. Come on, Legendary, that's what we want to see. Or even an Epic. We've only seen rares so far. Alright, sorry guys, there's definitely some server issues here. Getting these cards to come down. Let's see here. Polluted Hoarder. Alright. Alright, so we'll go with. There's a lot of new ones in this pack. Polluted Hoarder, Death Rattle, draw a card. So we're going a lot like Loot Hoarder, I believe, with swapped stats if I'm not mistaken. And then N'Zoth's First Mate, Battlecry, equip a 1/3 Rusty Hook, and Priest, Darkshire Alchemist, restore 5 health. That is pretty high value. You're getting 5 health plus a 4/5 body for 5, but I don't know. Who am I? I'm not a game balancer. Ooh, an epic. Alright, Wisps of the Old Gods, a druid card. I'm a big druid fan. Summon 7 1/1 whips or give your minions +2/+2. So, that's, I don't know, not huge value. And then Stand Against Darkness, summon 5 1/1 Silverhand Recruits. That's pretty useful if you combine it with some of the other cards we've seen so far. Faceless Summoner we've seen. Amgam Rager, it's 1/5. Again, like a Magnum Rager or something like that. And then Faceless Behemoth, 10/10. Alright, let's keep going here. Alright, so we are 10 packs in, something like that. Giant Sandworm, ooh, this is a nice pack. Alright, Giant Sandworm, whenever this attacks and kills a minion, it attacks again. That's pretty fun. Forbidden Ritual, spend all your mana, summon that mini 1/1 tentacles. So again, if you're going for a zoo type deck, that may be helpful. And then Biofin Tidehunter, a new Murloc, hey. Battlecry, summon a 1/1 ooze with taunt. And then Hooded Acolyte, whenever a character is healed, give your Cthulhu +1/+1 wherever it is. So a lot of these cards that play around that Cthulhu card, which they do give you, I believe, for purchasing any packs of this set, and you will be getting some packs as well for mini tasks. I believe I heard there's as many as 13 packs that you can get. Oh, first legendary. All right, first legendary, the Boogie Monster. Whenever this attacks and kills a minion, gain +2/+2. So that's a very Magic classic thing, right? As it grows, as it attacks. The Dark Arakoa. It's a Druid card. Woo, Druid. Taunt, Battlecry, give your Cthulhu +3/+3 wherever it is. So, alright. And then Flame Wreathed Faceless, a Shaman card. I think one of the few Shaman cards we've seen so far, anyway. 7/7 for 4 with an overload cost, but still, that's pretty strong. I mean, this is a pretty devastating overload that early, but I don't know. Let's see. And then Master of Evolution, transform a friendly minion into a random one that costs 1 more. That's a pretty cool idea. Primal Fusion, give a minion +1/+1 for each of your totems. Seems like a staple if you're playing a totem deck. Alright, we're 10 in. We've got one legendary so far. A couple epics. Alright. On the Hunt, deal 1 damage, summon a 1/1 Mastiff. I believe that's the Hound that you summon. I could be wrong. But still, you're getting that pick off and getting a body on the board, which could be, it's a pretty good opener if you get it in your hand. Spreading Madness, deal 9 damage, randomly split among all characters. Pretty interesting. And then Twilight Darkmender, Battlecry, if your Cthulhu has at least 10 attack, restore 10 health to your hero. That's pretty crazy. I don't know why some of these classes kind of be anti all the darkness. I mean, I'm just saying, maybe some of them take a stand. All right. Anything new here? Maybe Zealous Initiate. Give a random friendly minion +1/+1. Oh, that's a pretty interesting 1-drop. Yeah, since they did change a few of the 1-drops people like to play, this may be something worth checking out. Ooh, 2 Dusk Boars. Beast, 4/1 Beast for 2. No charge there, but definitely pretty strong. And then we've got the Darkshire Librarian. Battlecry, discard a random card. Death Rattle, draw a card. Pretty interesting. So you're kind of mulling, getting through some of your deck and drawing other cards. Alright, again, sorry. Kind of taking some time to get the server to decide what cards we got. So, alright. Well, we got 2 of a new card here. It's the Aberrant Berserker. Again, a new corrupted version of a card we've already gotten before. It's 3/5 and has an Enrage +2 for 4. Pretty interesting. At 4, it may survive to get enraged. Maybe. That Apothecary might have been new, but I had a feeling we'd already seen it. Oh boy. Alright. So we got a few new ones here. Tentacle of N'Zoth. N'Zoth is another one of the old gods, which we haven't seen yet. We could get lucky and get one of those. That'd be really cool. Death Rattle, deal 1 damage to all minions. That's a pretty fun card. Ravaging Ghoul, deal 1 damage to all other minions when it is summoned, which is pretty sweet. For 3/3, plus you're getting some board clear at that early. It's going to be pretty nice. The Carrion Grub. The Carrion Grub is a 2/5 beast for 3. It's a pretty defensive hunter card, but maybe we're going to see some defensive hunters. I don't know. And then Forbidden Shaping. Spend all your mana, summon a random minion that costs that much. That could be interesting. Hopefully it's legendary. That would be nice. Of course, I'm guessing odds. Well, you get to certain mana costs, odds could be in your favor. The higher mana costs specifically. Alright. Ooh. I think ones we've all seen, that we did get a Golden Zealous Initiate, so we will be dusting that. Sorry, I'm really bad at not dusting golds. A Light in the Darkness, discover a minion, give it +1/+1. That actually is a pretty interesting card in terms of building up for the future. Though it is a 2-step process. But at that cost, you can kind of just put that out and see what happens. Alright, so we are at 20 in, I believe, now, and we have not seen another legendary. I cannot, the first time we did a pack opening on the stream was the best. So far, it has never been that great. So, though we did get 2 Master Evolutions, one is gold, and it's that card that, again, transforms a friendly minion into one that costs 1 more, which is pretty interesting. And then these 2 we saw in action in our first pack, and then Twilight Elder is new. At the end of your turn, give your Cthulhu +1/+1 wherever it is. Well, that's the first one that has an ongoing effect. I guess we're not 10 in yet, but that ongoing effect is pretty cool. They'll want to take out that card because it'll continue to strengthen your Cthulhu. Ooh, a pirate. Are we going to see a pirate decks, maybe? Pirate warrior or something? Bloodcell Cultist. Battlecry, if you control a pirate, give your weapon +1/+1. This is almost all new cards. Stand Against Darkness. Summon... Oh, we've seen that one actually. Sorry about that. And then Nerubian Prophet. At the start of your turn, reduce this card's cost by 1. So as that card sits in your hand, it will get stronger, which might make it a good one to keep in your hand rather than mull out, even though you won't be able to play it for some time. Alright, let's see here. Squirming Tentacle. It's a 2/4 taunt. Cost of 3, that's pretty great. And then Forbidden Ritual. Spend all your mana, summon that many 1/1 tentacles, which is pretty interesting. I'm not sure what the overall play is, but I'm sure there's people much smarter than me that are figuring that out right now. Twilight Flame Caller, deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. It's a pretty strong cost, or pretty strong value there for that card. Storm Crack, deal 4 damage to a minion, overload 1, and then Cult Sorcerer. Excuse me. Spell damage +1. After you cast a spell, give your Cthulhu +1/+1 wherever it is. It's another card that can be out there, and you can just start building that out. Alright, come on. Don't fail us. This is pack 20. Let's see that. Legendary. Oh, okay. Well, I think we've seen most of these except for Corrupted Seer. Deal 2 damage to all non-Murloc minions. Alright. Come on. This is number 11 of this set. Alright, well, I think we've seen all these as well. Corrupted Seer we just drew. So I'm getting ready to build the Murloc deck after this, I think. I have most of the old Murlocs, so I think it's time. Plus there's, what's his name? The Indiana Jones type dude. It has an interesting power. Alright, couple new ones here. Hunter cards, which is another one of my favorite classes. Infested Wolf, Death Rattle, summon 2 1/1 spiders. And then Fiery Bat, Death Rattle, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. Alright, so we're going to get to 25 and we're going to take a break, and I'll come back with a second installment with the rest of these cards. But let's see, we do have one new one here. Claxy Amber Weaver. If your Cthulhu has at least 10 attack, gain +5 health. Very interesting. Now you almost want like cross-class cards here so you can take advantage of some of these different strategies. Alright, let's see. See what pops up here. Sorry, guys. Again, there's a lot of people out here opening packs, and the servers are showing it. Ooh. All right. Well, Bloodcell Cultist, which we've seen, and Vilefin Inquisitor. Your hero power becomes summon a 1/1 Murloc. All right. Paladin Murloc deck. Is that what I'm gonna build when we're done here? Sounds bizarre to me, but stranger things have happened. All right. So guys, a few more packs and then we'll take a break and be back at it. Let's see some legendaries. All right. Feral Rage we've not seen yet. Choose one, give your hero +4 attack this turn or gain 8 armor. It's a nice defensive card. And Disciple of Cthulhu, deal 2 damage, give your Cthulhu +2/+2 wherever it is. And Forbidden Flame, spend all your mana, deal that much damage to a minion. Ooh, burn deck, but to a minion, so not as strong as it could be, I guess, overall. I mean, it's strong, but it's not Fireball strong. You guys know what I'm talking about here. Alright, I think we've seen all of these, including Infested Wolf, which I think is a really fun card, but also really funny. All your hunter cards just explode other minions as they die. That sounds really sweet. All right, and I think we've seen all these. Even the rare. All right, so we will take a break after this pack, which is going to have a legendary, because that's how things work, right? Because I said so, so it should just happen. Come on. It's thinking hard because it has to think of which legendary to give me. Will it be one of the old gods? Will it be a class legendary? Oh, all right. Well, one is new. Scarum Cultist. Give your Cthulhu +2/+2 wherever it is. All right, so we're gonna pop off, and we'll be back in just a second. Okay, we're back with the final half. We are looking at the new cards from the latest Hearthstone expansion, Whispers of the Old Gods. We have already opened 28 packs to be exact, and I believe we've gotten one legendary so far. It might have even been, no, it was an all-class legendary, so better, I guess. But definitely not one of the old gods. And this looks like stuff we've all seen. Come on, guys. We're going to get these legendaries. We're going to get some epics. We're going to get some rares. It's going to happen. I can tell you. I feel it in my bones or something. All right. Again, a lot of people are hitting the server, opening packs tonight. Have you been opening your 50? Let us know on the post or in the comments what you opened. Because by the time you watch this, I will be crying because of all the legendaries I did not open. Shatter. Destroy a frozen minion. That sounds really cool. I don't know how practical it is, but I like the thematicness of that card. And combining your magic makes you really feel like a mage. All right, stuff we've all seen. I love the art on this Possessed Villager card. I think it's hilarious. I'm just going to say that. All right. These packs are so gross. So remember, this expansion is also the start of standard play. So that means there are 2 ways to play the game. There's standard, which is decks that are only from cards from this last year, and the classic base set, which they just changed a lot of cards, like 7 or 8 really highly used cards there to kind of change up your strategies, I think, and get rid of some strategies that are pretty overused. So I don't think we've seen Bloodhoof Brave yet. It has Taunt and Enrage, which is pretty great for 4. It seems like you might actually get some use out of that Enrage ability. Not an ability I usually put a lot of stock into. All right, so not seeing a lot of legendaries tonight. Hopefully we see a little more. Maybe those all jump on at the end. But we do have a new rare here, Servant of Yogg-Saron. Battlecry, cast a random spell that costs 5 or less. Target chosen randomly. All right. So it seems like the old gods do have. There we go. Legendary. Fandral, Staghelm. Your choose one cards have both effects combined. Wow. Well, I don't know if he'll live long enough for that to be super useful, but he's sure cool looking. Vandraw, Stagham. I'm sure there's some old lore about him that I don't know. But you know what? I can look it up. Crazed Worshipper, taunt whenever this minion takes damage. Give your Cthulhu +1/+1 wherever it is. So we're gonna see a lot of Cthulhu decks, and they're encouraging people to get into that standard play. Admittedly, I've not been playing a lot of Hearthstone recently, just for many reasons, and so I think this is gonna be a time we're gonna see a lot of people getting back in. The things are gonna be different, very different. So, and no shame in getting online if you need to look at some decks. All right, Battle Cry, destroy all enemy secrets, gain +1/+1 for each. So that is another secret killer, which I think we can always have more of that. I mean, that Paladin secret deck, I believe, is still in full force with the new standard play. So that's a good way to eat those secrets. And we've all seen all these. Got a lot of Masters of Evolution. It's a cool card, though. I don't play a lot of Shaman, but maybe I'll start. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Alright, ooh, a gold Cthulhu's chosen. Journey Below, discover a Death Rattle card. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Definitely a fun play on the abilities. That discover thing is pretty fun, so it's fun to see that making a return here in some new ways that it wasn't really done before. Giant Sandworm, we've got one of these already, but whenever this attacks and kills a minion, it may attack again. So pretty aggressive, but again, you got to put it out, and it's got to live a turn at 8. So, and Hunter isn't gonna be rushing towards the end. Ooh, we got a Violent Inquisitor, the second one, and Usher of Souls, which we've seen, but gold. It's a pretty sweet animation up there. All right, we're getting closer, guys. Moving at a more rapid speed because we have seen a lot of these cards already, so we don't need to go over them again. Though we do have 2 new cards here. Ancient Shield Bearer, Battle Cry. If your Cthulhu has at least 10 attack, you gain 10 armor. And a Shaman card, Evolve. Transform your minions into random ones that cost 1 more. That's kind of a fun late game thing. Could be a little crazy, but also if you're playing a kind of a more rushy deck, you can just kind of suddenly have a board full of stronger minions. And those are all things we've seen before. Come on, guys. We need some legendaries. Our legendary count is 2, which a friend at work had about the same, so I guess I can't feel too bad for myself. I believe we've seen this one, but the Twilight Darkminder, if your Cthulhu has at least 10 attack, restore 10 health to your hero. And Psychotron, which is I guess an evolution of Annoyatron, cost 5. It's Taunt Divine Shield at 3/4. Again, those cards are great at slowing the game down, and that's mainly what that'll do. That's just a kind of a more mid-game slow, I guess. And we've seen all of these. It's like it forgot that it wasn't giving me Psychotrons, and so it just decided to pop out 2 right then. And Crazed Worshipper, taunt whenever this minion takes damage, give your Cthulhu +1/+1 wherever it is. This is a new one. Thing from Below, costs 1 less for each totem you've summoned this game. And ooh, a new one, Shadow Strike, common. Deal 5 damage to an undamaged character. Alright, that's pretty sweet. Come on, guys, all legendaries. We're gonna get 9 more legendaries this time, right? Okay, maybe not. But let's see. Shadow Strike. Stuff we've all seen. That Librarian is a cool card, though. I like it. I don't know if I'll ever get any use out of it because I don't usually play a lot of Warlock, but it is a cool looking card. And I love Thistletea. I think that's such a cool card, too. And I think we've seen all of these. All right, guys, we're getting to the bottom here. Again, this is the new expansion for Hearthstone. It's called Whispers of the Old Gods. I believe there's some lore, blah, 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 about that I'm not too familiar with. But if you're a big WoW fan, you will be much more familiar than I am with that, with those happenings. Yeah, let's see what else we got here. Ooh, we have not seen the Undercity Huckster yet. This is one that a lot of people were talking about when it was in the preview stage. And it says, add a random class to your hand, or a class card to your hand from your opponent's class. You're getting a card and 2 for 2/2. And then the South Sea Squidface is new. Death Rattle, give your weapon +2 attack. So very there's a lot of rogue-focused weapon cards this time, which is fun. Ooh, another pirate. Blackwater Pirate, your weapons cost 2 less. So definitely Blackwater Pirate is aimed squarely at your rogue. Seems like it may be a warrior in some cases, but definitely rogue. And then Fiery Bat for Hunter. Death Rattle, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. Again, a lot about keeping that board clear for your little face hunter. So you can just go face, go face, go face. Ooh, friend just got Sagoth the Slitherer. I believe that's one of the old gods. Infest, Death Rattle, give your minions Death Rattle, add a random beast to your hand. Pretty cool. Again, if you're playing a more rushy deck, you have a lot of little minions and get a lot of value out of that. Blade of Cthulhu, destroy a minion and add its attack and health to Cthulhu. To Cthulhu's, wherever it is. Bog Creeper we haven't seen. It's Taunt. It's a 6/8. And the others we see. Alright. Come on, guys. Rituals. Gotta grab that legendary. If you open all of them at the same time, you gotta do like some sort of pattern. No, it's taking forever. It's gotta download all the sweet, sweet legendaries. Oh, there we go. Herald Volage. Summon a 1/1 copy of your other minions. This is one that got a lot of talk before. Again, really cool ideas where you summon abilities such as Ragnaros and characters like that have abilities that you care about, not as much how long they stick on the board. So, pretty cool. It's pretty close to a finisher, if not a finisher. But yeah, there are 3 legendaries. Not the worst I've heard of, but definitely feeling a little legendary up, but it's alright, some great cards. New card here, Renounce Darkness. Replace your hero power and warlock cards with another classes. The cards cost 1 less. So if you change your mind, you don't want to play warlock in the middle, you just redo. Alright, well thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been a preview of Whispers of the Old Gods. Let us know how you're liking it. Is Hearthstone still holding up after, 2-3 years? Let us know how you're enjoying Hearthstone and see if we can get back into it. Thanks, guys.